Hi my loves, Hasina here with another chat. I know it has been a minute. I had to take some time off and regroup and just begin for the new year, and now after all that it is basically March, or rather it is March. I don't know what better way to get back into the swing of things than to talk about what we're reading. I have read and listened to quite a few books recently, and I thought that I would share them with you. And let's do our digital paperwork. If you're into these chats, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification link, and you'll be getting notifications from me. I'm trying, y'all. I don't know how to do all that stuff. It's a lot of words and a lot of saying, but if you like what I'm doing, come back. So audiobooks. I love listening to audiobooks. It is very, I just like it. I've always loved reading. I don't quite have the attention span that I used to have, so I don't run through books the way that I used to. I do read more than one book at a time. And so not only do I read one book at a time, but I also listen to audiobooks. So what should we go through first? What I have been currently reading, what I've recently read. First thing, Untamed by Glennon Doyle. Fantastic. Any woman, any being who is just really ready to kind of start their lives in a new way, and unabashedly and fearlessly, and while being afraid, I definitely recommend that book. It's magnificent. I felt like I could relate. I felt like it's more like a collection of essays than a story, really. But it just felt like it kind of explained all those quiet achings and pinings and feelings that you can have as a woman who may not fit perfectly in the mold of what society thinks you're supposed to fit into. So definitely love that. Untamed. I'm actually, I try to be organized this time, you guys, so I'm looking down because I'm looking at my list. So yeah, that was Untamed. The next one is Big Friendship. And of course I would love to tell you I remember the author's name, but I do not. But it's called Big Friendship, and the authors are best friends, and it just navigates the ins and outs of friendship, what goes wrong, what goes right, how to repair it, how to be vulnerable. I thought it was really, really good and insightful, because I think we don't talk about friendship enough. Romantic relationships actually just easily overshadow friendships, and to me, they're kind of equally important. Friendships shape your life. So having this book just kind of really expressing the importance of a platonic relationship between two people, and what they go through and how they try to navigate that and save it and repair it and care for it, I thought was remarkable. What next? The Gifts of Imperfection by Brene Brown. Sorry. I think every time I do a video, that's when all the fire trucks and fire alarms and police alarm, I don't know, everyone decides to come out. I don't know. The Gifts of Imperfection by Brene Brown. Fantastic. As a recovering perfectionist, I needed to listen and hear her express why we kind of have to undo that, how it's not good. I mean, we already know it's not good for our health and our well-being, but like the reasons why. And sometimes, I don't know, I need something other than it being, oh, it's not good for you, oh, you know, you won't be happy being a perfectionist. But like sometimes I need just actual data. I'm one of those. And I think, like, I like that blend, like that connection of the emotional aspects about why this isn't working for you, and then the actual, like, scientific, like, data as to why this isn't working for you. And also, I mean, if you don't already read any Brene Brown books, she's great. It's so funny how I know some of the authors and some of the other authors. I just don't ever, like, I don't remember the names. So sorry about that. But either way, I'll link these in the description box if you want to check them out. The next book is An Audience of One. And this is a book for creatives. I enjoyed it. I think it was an important time for me to read a book like that, about getting back to being creative and just for the sake of creativity. I think in, like, our society right now, everything needs to feel like wow. Unbelievable. I'm like, I haven't done videos in forever, but now we're gonna get all the noise. But back to what I was saying, I think society kind of puts it in us that everything has to be monetized, everything has to be incentivized, everything, like, has to be for consumption. And this book reminds you that, like, you were creative before. I have to fix my shirt. Oh, there we go. I'm not good at stuff. Like, I don't know. I'm looking at myself and I'm feeling, like, really confused. And maybe I'm just self-conscious because I haven't, like, done a video in a minute. I don't know. I'm all over the place. Bear with me. And if you are, I thank you. But yeah, you know, just getting back to the point of creativity and it being for you. Because before we ever shared, you know, our creative gifts, they were for us. And for me, I know I was missing that. I was missing just being creative for creativity's sake. I was missing loving being creative for creativity's sake. And I was getting very upset about, like, output and me not moving at a pace I wanted to be moving at. And just needing to remember that before I needed to, like, share these things with anyone, or even if, like, that makes you happy, but before that, it was yours. And so I really enjoyed that. Speaking of creativity and creatives, this one I didn't finish yet. I'm still in it. The Meaning of Mariah Carey. Yeah, it's good. Mariah's been through it, y'all. Like, I really respect her and the things that she's gone through. I'll be honest, it takes me a minute to, like, I could have finished it already, but listening, like, she's been through it. And sometimes it's hard to listen to people go through so many things, just trying to live a life and share their gifts. And so it's been hard to, like, just run through it. That might not be the case for other people, but I'm like that. I haven't finished the Whitney Houston book either, for the same reason, that just sometimes I wish that they would have been given more grace and more peace. And so it's hard to just run through that, but it's still really good. Another book I am more than halfway through is The Highly Sensitive Person, HSPs. If you are like me and an HSP, or know an HSP, and Google it or watch one of my older videos about HSPs, I can probably link it or put it in the description box. It's really helpful because it shares some of the, not just the traits, but some of the quirks, some of the characteristics, some of the experiences that highly sensitive people can have, and it makes you feel connected, feel not alone, and it gives you tips on what to do. So I really recommend it. I kind of wish that I would have learned about this book or heard about this book sooner. I think things would have been a lot easier, you know, because then you just don't feel like so weird and stuff. But it's definitely it's a great book. I think it was like one chapter in, and I was just like, okay, this. I know these people. These people are me, you know. So it was really beneficial to check out. Then Power of Now, I've been reading. I actually have some. I've been reading the hard copy. I just read it in and out, just as a reminder. Anything Eckhart Tolle is really, it's good. Even if you feel like I think for me, there's some things that I have shifted on, but it's still really relatable and really helpful. So that, this one, I think I've mentioned it before. I'm not sure, but Energetic Boundaries. This is another one I'm still reading. I haven't finished yet. Being good with your boundaries to me is really important. Just in our words, in our day-to-day, in our choices, I think it's healthy for us. But there's also, you know, if you are interested or believe in our energy and how energy transference, it's good to know that you should also maybe consider having boundaries energetically, and how to do that, and how it is beneficial for you. So it's meaty, but it's really good. I haven't finished this either. I told you I read a lot of books at once. This one is When We Believed in Mermaids. I don't want to tell you all about it. This is fiction, because I don't want to give anything away, but it's okay. Well, it's on the back of the book, so I'll read it to you. Her sister has been dead for 15 years when she sees her on the TV news. So yeah, so it is good and suspenseful and interesting and a little sad and a little weird, and I like it so far. I try to like pace myself, because the same way I don't like necessarily have the attention span for stuff, I will go disappear and just read that book till I can't do anything till I read that book. So I have to pace myself with that. And this one, which I always bring up, and sometimes friends laugh at me. They're like, "You're always bringing this up," but I love it. It is meaty. To me, it is not something you easily read through. It's something you read regularly. Women Who Run with the Wolves. Just so good. If you would consider yourself a wild woman, a woman who maybe has pre-patriarchal tendencies, or remembers her inner self and how she wants to live, secondary to what society tells her, and how to feel comfortable and accept your truest self, this is the book. Even that, not even just for women, but even for men who feel like they don't maybe understand those yearnings from women to just be fully seen, not seen in attachment to men or children or anything else, but just for themselves. This is it. This is it. So yeah, I often on my pages will maybe take an excerpt and put it on like Instagram or something, because it's that good. So yeah, I've been reading, y'all. So yeah, that's what I've been reading. I'm currently reading, and regularly reading, and I'd love to hear what you've been reading and listening to as far as audiobooks. So please let me know. I'm going to try to get more regular with these videos once again, since we are deep into 2021. And most importantly, have a fantastic week. I will talk to you soon. One love. Peace.